Did I do it? Sorry, I'm just connecting. Just right. Instagram. Okay. All right. There we go. We're live. Okay. Sorry. I just had to get connected. So if you've ever said, I'd love to start something, but I'm just too busy, this live is for you. Because I used to say that I'll tell you what I used to think. I was doing the dash, working 40 plus hours. And I was like, how am I going to add? Like, I wasn't making enough money, right? I was aiming for $1,800 a month. And I was like, how am I going to add another job? How am I going to add more when I'm already so busy working 40 plus hours? Well, I didn't know what I was missing. So today we're going to talk about where I'm myth busting. Okay. You're not too busy to start an online business. That's why I've titled it this, because we think that we're too busy, but this is different than anything I've ever seen or anything I've ever done. Good morning. Ever in my life. So this isn't about, adding more time. It's about working smarter and not harder. Today, we're going to talk about it's about finding the right system and automations. So that's our focus today. If you don't know me, you've never seen me before, my name is Paula. It's Digital Granny, and I help men and women 50 plus. Now, it doesn't matter if you're under 50. I just like to focus and let them know, let everybody know that we can learn something new that doesn't take a lot of time. Start a simple online business from home, even if you're busy, burnt out, and have no experience or no degree. I'm going to show you why being busy isn't the reason you can't start. It's the reason you must start. Because if you're exhausted and worn out, I'm going to share a really one of our testimonials from our people in our community, because she was doing 18 plus hours a day. 18 hours a day. I think it was 18 hours a day. I was going to say 17, but I think it's 18. So let's get started. I'm going to share this little screenshot with you first. This is called an income disclaimer. The information and strategies provided in this video are for educational purposes only and should not be considered a guarantee of financial success. That's with any business. You can screenshot that if you like. That's with any business. Any business you start, nobody's going to guarantee you it's a business. But this is a proven to work blueprint. And I'm going to show you, Judah Bean, I'm going to show you this fits your mom lifestyle, by the way, grandma lifestyle, grandfather, dad. It fits a busy lifestyle. That I have a busy lifestyle. So let's get right into this. I am going to talk about the automations today. I have my little notes because I don't want to forget anything. Okay, so let's get into, I'm going to show you exactly, we promote programs, okay? But this is an automated system. So let me explain this to you. When people go to can I make myself smaller here? No, I can't. I forgot about this. I should make it different. Okay, you see this guy and the girl. So this is what we get. This is a business, remember this. So if this is the first time joining me, you might be like, what are you talking about? I started an online business, I followed a step-by-step program, and it gave me my life back. It gave me back my time. So this is the landing page. Everybody gets to choose between 3 different options, okay? And this was my option. Now, I've personalized mine since just only a couple months ago. But when somebody goes here, they have to put their email in, all right? And then there's a video from the founder, and within the email system, there is another video. 1 out of 20 people get started. So let me explain this to you a little bit further. Anybody like ASMR? It is pouring in Texas today. If you are, let me know where you're watching from this morning. I like to know who's here, and these are the programs that I promote. I do need to move this over some, don't I? I will fix this later today. So 4 different programs. We're in the e-learning industry. The e-learning industry is booming. So each one of these programs, if you're not familiar, I will just briefly go over this because I want to focus on having an automated system, because that's really how we get our time back. 4 different programs, and each one teaches marketing skills. So what are we learning? Each one of those programs, we have the opportunity to learn these marketing skills. What are you doing? Well, basically, this is what it breaks down to. 2 hours doing the income earning activities. Put aside some time to learn. In those programs, we are learning marketing skills. Okay. So we create content, and this is not rocket science. We are learning the digital marketing skills. We're learning those skills to create content. So spend half hour, an hour just going through your program in the pockets of your day whenever you can. And then we are creating content. So what kind of content do we create? I create short videos. Okay. Hey, maybe I can show you one right here. I never thought about this. I'm going to show you right here, right now. Okay. I could show you, but I could just show you one of my videos. So here's a good example. Let's see if this works.
In the east,
I've never done this
coming
before.
in. Like something is brewing, about to begin.
It works. That is a 7-second video. You guys can do this. Listen, I think that's so cool that I could share that like that. I am not techie, okay? I have like a very simple thing that I just basically click, 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 and it's not complicated. But that's not how I started this business. So how I started was exactly this, creating short videos. So that is a 7-second video. You guys can do this. I don't care what you know, what you don't know. Are you willing to learn to create content? Because it saved my family and I. Man, can I tell you something? I was struggling mom. I was stressed out. I was stuck. I couldn't figure out how to get out of that stuck, struggling, stressed position. And then I was praying to God, asking God for a way. You can do this. Let me see if I can share. I'll share another one. Okay. Let me see. Cause I never thought about this before. I'm going to share these later, but let me see if I can find a talking one. Is this a talking one? I hope it is.
The skills. I didn't have the skills to match the kind of income that I wanted. So what happened? Well, last year when I was doing the dash, aiming for $1,800 a month, I was like, man, I got to do something drastically different than anything I've ever done before in my entire life. I don't know what that is. So if you're out there and you're like, man, what is it? What do you do? I didn't know either. And I was praying and asking God, and he answered. And he brought me a way to do this from my phone, in my home, around my kids, and I make 100% profit on 100, 300, 600, and yes, 900. It is crazy to me because I needed like a plan. I needed a step-by-step. I learned high income earning skills called marketing skills. I learned those skills. I create short little videos just like you're watching in the pockets of my day. Doesn't take me a 9 to 5, doesn't take me that many hours, a few hours a day. If you are interested, if you want more information, I'm going to tell you 2 things. I go live every single morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Meet me there on the.
Okay. So that was just an example. That's what I do. Now, William here will share what William has to ask a question. And I'm glad that you asked. Here's the thing. Good morning. I have a question for you. How long does it take after once I do those short videos to start getting paid for it? Well, you have to create a presence because people need to know who you are. So the quicker that you start creating content, and we can't tell you, oh, okay, you're going to start making money here or there. That's kind of like saying to somebody when they come to the gym and they go, when am I going to see abs? I don't know. Are you going to eat right? Are you going to show up? Are you going to do the work? It's the same thing. So it would be unfair for you and for me, for any of us to actually say, okay, well, tomorrow you could wake up and have a customer. How the heck am I going to know that? So we can't say that. I would never say that. I don't know. Some people, couple of days, but it depends. Are they going to a warm market? Are they using FB? Are they using IG? There's too many factors involved, and I can't answer that. I would love to. The fastest thing that I could say, get started, start creating content, start making connections. That's what you got to learn. You got to learn the skills to create these videos. You're learning the skills, the marketing skills. They're high income earning skills. When you learn these skills and you create the content, that's when you make the connection. Okay. So it's about making a connection with people. And some people quick, some people not quick. Does it work? Absolutely works. And I'm going to share that today. I love your question. Thank you for asking. So moving right along. Okay. I shared with you that. So that automations is very, very important. We actually have that system that's out there working for us. Okay. Every single day when I go to sleep, I made my first sale in my sleep. My very first customer came through at 4:30 in the morning while I was sleeping. I didn't talk to him. This is another thing. We're not chasing people. We're not sliding into DMs. We're not cold calling. We're not doing anything like that. Because in this program, one of the major, most important things that I have learned is attraction marketing. I don't come from a background of like sales. We're not selling. So I'm telling you what has happened for me and sharing what has happened for other people. We're not selling. I do promote programs, but here's the thing. It's about sharing your story. It's about learning how to tell your story. People are not going and searching, can I buy a program? No, they're making connections with people. When you make a connection with somebody, connection equals currency. And you'll hear the founder always talk about that. And it took me a long time to be like, oh, I get it. We're just going out there sharing our story. Because man, do you know my story? In June of 2024, I was doing the dash and I lost my vehicle and my job in the same day. And I was like, God, what am I going to do? And I started this program. It is based on that 2 hours. Let's go back to this, okay, so that you understand what it is. We're learning those skills, right? Learning those skills and creating 3 pieces of content. The next half hour, post free ads. What is that? It's just a classified ad. That's all. Anybody ever sold a pair of shoes? Have you ever sold a coat? Have you ever sold anything online? Because if you have, it's the same thing. If you haven't, it's okay, because in our program, we have 200 high traffic websites that you get to choose from. You learn how to post those free ads. That's just to get you out there. If you choose YouTube to use, then you can actually include in that little short thing, hey, check out my YouTube channel. It's awesome. That's actually what I did in the start. That's what I did. Now, I don't do the posting with the free ads. I might do it once every, 3 to 6 months, maybe, but I go live. So I don't do that. It never takes me a half an hour to respond to comments or emails. Never. So this is really, it's not complicated. You got to learn the skills. Okay. So let's move right along. That automated system is really what I wanted to focus on. Let me share with you this. What time is it? We're going to share this.
Workday literally changed my life.
She said the 2 hour workday.
Did I do it all in 2 hours? No, I didn't have the time.
Let me put this over here.
Guys, I'm just your average day, everyday gal. You know, I was working in the trucking industry. I was waitressing. And I was raising 3 kids on my own. That's reality. And it happens to so many of us, right? So when one job wasn't enough, I got another one to support my children and myself. But I didn't honestly know what I could do to change my situation at all. I wasn't on social media. All I did was work and try to spend time with my kids, and it wasn't working. And I just didn't know what to do. I was at the end of my rope. I had no confidence. I was miserable. I was disgusted with myself as a mom that I would put jobs before my kids. And when you get to that point in your life, you're just burned out and you're tired. I think that you start opening your mind to other things. And I opened my mind to allowing my daughter to put me on TikTok, of all places. just to watch her videos, right? Any way I could be a part of their life. But I was just in and out watching her videos. You guys, literally for years, I was working those 2 jobs, 18 hours a day, exhausted, sleeping 2 to 3 hours a night. So if you don't think you have the time for this, you're wrong. Because you can do this throughout your day. You've just got to make a plan, right? Get off the internet and get into the program. Use that time wisely. And it can be 15 minutes here. Every break I had at work, that's what I did. Every lunch that I had, I sat in my...
Oops. Sorry.
And gave 55 minutes to this business, just following it step by step. Because again, I didn't know anything, nothing. I had no confidence. I'm serious. I didn't even know how to create a video. I knew nothing about attraction marketing. Funnel? What is that? That's a thing in the kitchen, right? I didn't know any of it. But I had a hope. And I had a prayer that maybe, just maybe, I could do something like this. And Michelle was my hope dealer. Because when I seen her video, I said, you know what? If a single mom of 6 kids can do this, why can't I? Why can't I? I don't need to stay stuck anymore. I need to get my act together and be there for my kids. Sit down to dinner with them again. Cook every night like I used to. And that put me on the path. But see, I needed structure. I needed to know what to do every day. I followed this 2-hour workday. And throughout my day, I created those 3 pieces of content to attract other people to me. I started going live from my car every day on my lunch break. I did what it took, and I walked away from both of those jobs in just 10 and a half weeks. I had made over 20K at that point. Do you know how long it would have taken me to make 20K at both of those jobs? And then I could make that in 1 week here? It was game over. I became a stay-at-home mom for the first time ever because of this program. I plugged into the trainings. I started learning how to earn online just by following what Michelle has given to us. Quit making excuses, because that's what keeps you stuck. That's what kept me stuck. I could find an excuse for everything. So, it's up to you, my friend. What is most important to you? And you will make a change. You will.
Okay. That's Amy. She's one of our 6-figure income earners inside of our program. This happens to be my little man. You can say hi. Hi. Okay. So he's one of my reasons why I needed to work from home. Okay. Here is, I'll just share Daryl's story quickly. Sorry, I was adding it as she was talking. 21 months in, over 500K earned. Today is his 20. Well, that's not today, but I think he posted this last week. Today is my 21-month anniversary. And to say my life is a little different is an understatement. From getting fired at his welding job to being homeless to coming online, working multiple jobs while trying to figure out the online space, to doing life insurance, then finally finding and joining the wave January 15th, 2024. Over 500K from home is kind of crazy. He has literally changed his entire life. I remember he posted another post and I couldn't find it. Maybe I deleted it. But I did have another one of him where he was around 400K. He had shared that he had like minus $6 in the bank. I must have deleted it. Oh, no, I didn't. Here it is. Hold on. Here it is. How come I didn't see that before? Can I just add it like this? No, I can't. Of course I can't. Where is that? Let me see if I can find it quickly on my other side here. Probably not, right? When you're looking for something, you can never find it. PDF. That's not it. Where is it? It is around. No, it's after. There it is. I found it. Sorry, guys. All right. So this one. He even says minus $6. Same guy, but he had posted this one earlier than the other one because he was at 440,000. Now he's at what? 500,000. But he said minus $6 in his bank account. Got introduced to digital marketing because you're learning digital marketing skills, right? When he joined, this is why I wanted to share this one. When I joined, I was about to get evicted. Car was about to get repossessed. Didn't have much groceries in the house. He said, I took a risk and invested in myself to learn. Listen, there are so many people that start this right where he's at. I had to take a chance. I was scared. I was a skeptic. I'm a mom. I got 4 kids in the house at the time. Now I'm down to 3. One got married. But I was scared to start this. I didn't understand it. I didn't know if it was going to work. I was like, man, but I knew that if I went for another 9 to 5, number one, I can't leave my house. I'm a homeschooling mom. I love my kids. I need to homeschool. That's my priority. And I was like, I have to find something that I can do from home. But I was like, I don't have the time to like see if it works, right? Like I was scared. I was like, what if it doesn't work? I could lose my house. Excuse me. And that's why I like to share, because you know what? I'm not the only one. It's like we're not at this place where like, oh yeah, we have all the money and we can go and invest. What? 90% of us, I'm going to say 90% of us that start this are hurting. We're stuck. We're struggling. This is the bridge to get across that. This is the bridge to get out of that. If you're willing to learn these skills, this is a guy who's probably, I think Daryl's like, I don't know if he's in his 40s. I don't know. I think he might be around there. But we had an 81-year-old man get his very first customer, which was the Legacy 2.0, $900. Can you imagine his excitement? 81 years old, creating content, and he got his very first customer. Creating content. That's what we do. So what he said, when I joined, I was about to get evicted. Car's about to get repossessed. He took a risk and invested in himself to learn. It is. Are you willing to learn? If you're like, yes, then don't wait. Don't sit there. Don't sit on a fence, because you have to get the momentum. You got to get out there. You got to let people know, hey, I'm here and I exist. So he said, it's paid off today. I'm well over 440,000 earned, debt-free, and soon to be buying his dream home. Nobody worries, no stress, just a lot of traveling, spending time with his family, enjoying the fruits of his labor. I give God all the glory. So that is, I shared 2. I was trying to find this one before, but I couldn't find it. So those are just some little quick testimonials, okay? And like I said, we are learning skills. So these are the programs. Each one of these teaches us digital marketing skills. Now, it goes like this. Let me quickly share this. 4 different programs, 900, 600, 301. Doesn't matter what you choose. I'm not a big fan of Launchpad. I'll just tell you what I think. I was going to purchase that because I didn't know what this was. And I was like, if I purchase that, I asked the girl, if I purchase that, what do I get to promote? She was like, you could only promote that. I said, forget, I don't want that. I purchased the 9. I have all 4 of those on my website. If you choose the 6, then you would have the 6, the 3, and the 1. We don't have to purchase each one individually. Thank the good Lord for that. I don't want to do that. I'm glad it's not set up like that. I made a one-time purchase in June of 2024 of the 900. Yes, there's plans available if you're in the US. If you're outside of the US, you can still do this, but odds are we probably don't have a plan. Just check. Just go as if you were going to purchase, and you'll see what's available to you where you are. Okay. You can do it anywhere in the world. I love that. I love this is global. That means our customers can be anywhere in the whole entire world. Sorry. So that's why I don't promote the Launchpad. $39 website fee. That is a one-time website fee, which is unheard of, $39, and it is handled separately. So if you were to purchase a program, that $39 Once you pay for the program, the $39 is separate. And I'll tell you why. We make 100%. And I don't know why some people are like 100%. I'm like, yes. So if I sell a legacy today, 100% comes to me. If you sell a legacy today, 100% goes to you. So imagine waking up tomorrow and you have your first customer. My first customer I woke up to on a Sunday morning. Let me tell you something. It was loud in my house that morning. I was the only one hooting and hollering. My kids thought I lost my mind. And I was like, I got my first sale. I was so excited. I was crazy. But that website fee goes towards supporting our main community, because I only purchased a program one time, paid a website fee one time last year of June of 2024. Two small incidentals that I usually don't say because I don't want you to do anything. I want you to follow the program. But with GoDaddy, you have to pick a website name. So you want to make it short. Mine is Granny's Getting Paid, which is on the longer side. But you want to make it short, memorable, and don't spell it crazy. So you have to purchase your domain name or your website name with GoDaddy. And we also suggest professional email. I don't even think it's you need to do that, because this is an email-based business. We are learning how to build an email list. So let's just say one platform disappears because, hey, TikTok disappeared for a bit. A lot of people choose TikTok. But this works on any platform. But just say that platform disappeared. It doesn't matter to us because we have an email list, and that's my direct connection to the people who like me and what I'm doing. So I could just reach out to my email list with one email, reach thousands of people and say, hey, I'm not on TikTok. Join me on YouTube. Join me on Instagram. Join me on whatever. So this business, the woman who started this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like there's nothing about this that I don't like. Like I absolutely love the whole entire setup. So that is one of the things. That $39 website fee, $39 for a website is unheard of. So she's more than fair. Like she goes out of her way. I purchased a program. I want you to think about this. I purchased a program and I paid for that website fee. There's no monthly fees. None, absolutely none. And I'm going to show you what we get. What do we get? We also get all these. We get all these bonuses. Okay. These are all just bonuses. Those are not your program. That's just the bonuses. So inside of our community, let me see. Well, I'm going to share this and then you'll just see it's real. Okay. For those people who are like, doubters, I know, because I was there. This is our community. It's called Digital Growth Community. So that 39 goes directly to them. Okay. To our community. It's not like this is not a company. It's a community because we're all individual business owners. It is your business. If you want to be in that free webinar, it's in half an hour. So if you want to be in the webinar that's put on by our founder, you make sure if you want to be in that, I have an email going out within the next 15 minutes. Or if you ever want to be in one of those webinars, run, don't walk, put your email into Granny's Getting Paid now this is not going to be evergreen, what they say. So if you're watching this later, I will send out the replay later. But this is just for those people that are watching right now. If you want to be in the webinar, you don't have to have a camera on. You don't have to talk. You just sit there and listen. She will put on, I'm going to be in that in about half hour. But the newsletter is going out, so you have to register for that. So if you want to be in that, run to Granny's Getting Paid. I have a newsletter that's going out. Put your email in. Make sure you check your promo in your trash folder. Wait 5 minutes. Check your promo and your trash folders. Find that blueprint. Open that up. Make sure that none of my stuff is going to go to your junk or promo. And then at about 10:45, I have an email going out, and it says, let me see if I can tell you exactly what it says. I think it says going live now. Let me make sure in case you're interested. I have it. It says start soon. Learn how to make extra cash for the holidays. That's what it's called. So in about 15 minutes. That will come out and you can register. It's free. And the founder is going to put that on. So she puts this on for free for us. So see, I can just invite you. So you can invite your customers to something that you didn't even put on. She thinks about us. I've been doing this for a year and 4 months. So I have everything that I need and then some to build a successful business online. This is my bread and butter. This is what I've been doing for a year and 4 months. If I can do this, you can do this. So she puts this stuff on and I'm not paying per month. That's what I was just saying. The no monthly fees. I'm not paying per month. I have access to a community of 56.8 thousand people. This is the webinar. And we get to invite our people. You get to invite your people. I have customer service in here. So let's say somebody can't get logged in. They purchased and they can't get logged in because they used a different email. Well, I can reach out and say, hey, can you guys help? Or they can reach out and they can say, hey, we have help. Now, in saying all that, I always like to show this. We're just global. Okay. So anybody can do it anywhere. We have everything. She gives us a daily video. She also does mentoring. Yesterday, she did the mentoring for this because I was in on it, but not all the time. Somebody else might do it. We might have special 6-figure income earner speakers. Okay. This is a special that she's doing. Training. The $900 program, she does the exclusive training for this. Everybody else can be in any of the other trainings, but they can't be in that $900 Legacy Builders program training. Every day she gives us a video to watch. If you're like, somebody's like, I need a plan, tell me I need to follow step by step. I need direction. That's it. We follow our program, but she even gives us a daily video. Okay. And that daily video is really important. And I would highly suggest watching it. You can screenshot wins. We have wins in here. These are important. Wins could be spiritual, financial, physical, whatever anybody deems to be a win. Look, 900, so blessed for this. 59. Okay. So anyways, those you can look at your own time, your own speed, and we can share them. So I can screenshot this and share it. Okay. How do you get started? Well, you just go click here to get started. This is where your program is. It's on a platform called Kajabi. You just go to click here to get started and you follow it step by step. I am here to support you every step of the way. I have 2 communities. Now, this is the one that you get to be a part of. This is my private paid community. People that purchase Legacy. So I did something, this is open to anybody. Okay. So if somebody purchases a program from somebody else and they want to be mentored by me, they can be in there. If they have a small business and they want to learn how to do things themselves, then they're going to be in here too. They may not be promoting Legacy. I learned how to do this community because of this program. I didn't know I could do it. So it's kind of 2 different things why I do it. And you get to be a part of this. I do a Zoom every single Thursday. I had my Zoom for my people yesterday. And that's just so you can get in and have a one-on-one with me. Okay. Like not a one-on-one, a smaller, intimate. Yesterday it was a one-on-one, but that's not guaranteed. It's whoever decides they're going to show up. Okay. So, what else? I have a couple, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. So I do have a couple like little tutorials, but remember, this is not just for Legacy. It's for small businesses. So my thing is a little different. It doesn't take away from the main community. Everything you need is in that main community. Okay. I am going to, that's it. So I've showed you everything. If you're like, yes, I'm done. I need this in my life. I want to get started. I'll tell you exactly what to do to get started. You have to go to Granny's Getting Paid, which is right here. It's in the description. If it's not clickable, just go to my, what do you call it? Like homepage, profile, whatever. It is right there and it's clickable right there. Put your email in. And then as soon as the video pops up, there's a pink button and you can click on the pink button and it takes you to my website. Okay. And then you can purchase and you will see this right there. You'll see my little picture. And then if you need a plan, there's plans right there. Just if you have any questions or you're stuck, you need help, just email me. Email me. You'll have my email as soon as you go to Granny's. That webinar is happening in 25 minutes. If you're serious and you want to be in that, my newsletter is going out in 10 minutes. Register for it right away so that you can get inside of that. It's going to be put on by Michelle O'Neill, and she is the founder of this. Okay. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions, let me know. And William, I hope that if you have any questions that you can ask me like you did this morning, because I love questions. I love them. And I thank you. If you're still in here, I love that you popped on and you joined, because going live and having people ask the questions, it helps other people as well. You don't know if your question, somebody else is thinking it, or maybe they don't know to ask it. So I really invite the questions. I invite you, if you're watching this as a replay, please be sure to drop in replay in the comments. And I asked a question. Here's my question. What's one thing that's been keeping you from starting? Drop it in the comments. If you see this later, what is one thing that is stopping you from starting? Okay. And I love to answer questions. Guys, I'm going to run. Have a blessed day. Bye.